Thank you for visiting my channel. My name is Ntuko and I'm a fashion designer and founder at Kodama Apparel. How many of you guys are familiar with hemp? Hemp is one of the most versatile crop grown on this planet. You can eat it, you can use it, it's used for industrial materials, fabrics of course. It's super versatile, and in this video I want to share some of the benefits you can get out from hemp. Both hemp and marijuana come from the same family, which is Cannabis sativa, but there are two different types. So marijuana, which we're more familiar with, is high in THC, which is a substance that gives you the high effect. But hemp, on the other hand, is quite the opposite. It's very low in THC. There's been a very long history in the usage of hemp in Japan as well. We call it asa. One of the first record of the usage of hemp dates back to something like 10,000 years ago, back in German period, which is between 14,000 and 300 BC, which is quite incredible. And it was originally adopted from China. China has a very, very long history of using hemp as well. They used to use it on paper making. A lot of things that I didn't realize that was made in hemp. Clothing for samurais were made in hemp, and it was only used or worn by the higher ranked people, which is quite interesting. And they used to use hemp for the ropes on the geta, which is the Japanese sandals. Hemp signifies purity in Shintoism, which is the ancient Japanese religion. If you go to Japanese temples, or we call it jinja, you have this noden, which is, or actually sometimes if you've been to Japan and you've gone to some traditional restaurants or even ramen shop, you'll see this thing called noden, and which is like a curtain, and it's a piece of cloth before the entrance of the shop. Back in the day, that they used to use hemp for that as well, because it signifies purity and it repels evil spirits, and probably was one of the like super luxurious material that not everyone could afford it, because it requires a lot of handling and preparation. It's quite labor intensive to make the material. It's kind of sad because in the end of World War II, they actually had to change the law banning the cultivation of hemp. I think there are still hemp farming going on in Japan to this day, but it's very minimal, and cheaper materials like polyester was introduced. Slowly, the country just moved away from using hemp. From an agricultural point of view, hemp is also great because unlike, say, conventional cotton farming, I mean, cotton is great, absorbent, it's soft, it's comfortable, but cotton is such a thirsty crop to grow, so it, like, just to produce 1 kilo of cotton, just to put in perspective, apparently can take up to 20,000 liters of water. That's crazy, right? Hemp doesn't take that much water. It's naturally resistant to bugs, so in a lot of hemp farming, they hardly use any chemicals, no harsh chemicals required. They don't use herbicides or insecticides or pesticides or anything like that, so it's great. And it's really fast. Hemp grows 3 times more than cotton, to put in perspective, within the same area. The root breaks up the soil, which prevents erosion and also enriches the soil. And it's a rotational crop. Once it's harvested, the soil actually can be reused again, unlike, say, for example, in a lot of farming, they use a lot of chemicals, which actually damages the soil. So after you harvest those crops, you won't be able to use it immediately. The more chemicals you use, the soil becomes useless, so you won't be able to grow anything after that unless you work it and then you enrich the soil again, but that takes time. So hemp is good from an agricultural point of view, which helps the ecological balance of the soil. Hemp, in terms of materials, one of the benefits are it's super absorbent, if not more absorbent than cotton. It's highly durable. It's naturally UV resistant. There's just so many things that's good about hemp fabrics. I don't know if you guys seen it, but the kimono style, the Shogun and Edo unisex overcoat uses hemp and organic cottons. It's this one that I'm wearing. It's got a high content of hemp. If you look at it closely, you can really tell that it's quite durable. But when I first discovered hemp, and I was like, oh, that's cool, like, you know, it's super ecological, like, you know, environmentally friendly. I really want to use this fabric, but I wasn't really sure. Like, a lot of people, I think, can relate to this, but like for me, hemp seemed like I had an impression of hemp being like really scratchy and rough, and I was really surprised when I ordered some sample fabrics in, because it was really soft. Obviously you can get in a woven fabric or a knit fabric, so it's very similar to linen, so it's got that nice heavy body to it, but it's quite soft on your skin. And also the hemp blended knit fabric, which probably you can use it on t-shirts and that sort of stuff, is really, really nice as well. It's really soft, super absorbent. Other good things about hemp is, like, I mean, you can eat it. Like, if you go to like a health food store or some section in supermarket, I'm sure you've seen it, like hemp seeds. From an environmental purpose, like, it kind of really made me conscious about it, and I decided to sort of move towards vegan diet or vegetarian diet. So I really avoid eating meat, seafood, any animal proteins. So I find hemp really helpful. It's high in protein, rich in minerals, omega-3, omega-6, like the healthy fats. So it's really good for you. It's really good for your health. One of the challenging things about hemp, I think, is that it never really got to the point that it was industrialized like cotton. So cotton production is probably much faster. With the help of pesticides and things like that, they speed up the process of growing the cotton to meet the high demands, because, I mean, it's such a popular fiber. There's a lot of process involved in hemp, especially when you look at the traditional making and the preparation of hemp. Shred out the fibers and not grind them, but you sort of like whack them, bat them, and wash them to soften the fibers before you even start like producing into a yarn. It's quite labor intensive, so probably that's one of the challenges for hemp. I mean, like, ultimately, like, I wish hemp would become like so popular like cotton, like, because there's just so many benefits to it from a health point of view as well as from the environmental point of view. Yeah, it will be great, but yeah, I guess I just wanted to show you the benefits of hemp and how good it is for you and the environment. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you know more about hemp in depth, like, please feel free to share your knowledge and share ideas. I'll see you soon.